Missed me already.
Let us not hesitate.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
The struggles never cease.
Commander.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Practice makes perfect.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Samael, the world's not ending
what else can we do?
just yet.
Ah, wait. That and resist fire. Probably the best we're gonna get.
Save the last one for me.
Okay, boy. Darian, you have no way of stopping that creature. I know that much. Oh yes, we haven't used True Seeing yet. Not that that's going to help us, really.
Hold on, just a little more.
Yeah, it critted me.
Victory is worth the pain.
Holy fuck, it actually critted me. I don't think Control Fireball is going to do anything to it, but... Yeah, failed to overcome its spell resistance. Something tells me we're not meant to do this just yet.
I'll cut you wide open.
Simply business.
Yeah, we're not meant to do this just yet. We will come back. Okay.
Godspeed.
I sense something. Something is not right here.
Yeah, finding our way around here is going to be...
I will resist.
Why are we being attacked by frozen salamanders?
I'll cut you wide open.
Simply business.
Neo. Roll fireball, please. not do as much damage as you'd hope.
Prepare yourself.
Game, please, just give me some fucking rolls that aren't horrible.
This pain is excruciating. This is how it feels.
No matter what I do, I can't fucking catch a break at the moment. Why did they hit so easily? Oh, fuck this game today.
Of my sight. Do not hold back.
Desna, my hand.
The worst part is these assholes just hit so often. I don't understand, like, if there was like a tally of how often I've hit compared to how often they've hit.
Strike as one.
Like I must hit like barely half of the amount they hit,
Obstacle.
which is obviously hilarious. Wait, why did I end Camillea's? Oh, fuck you, game. It's like they're doing everything to fucking spite me.
I will see to your demise.
Attack.
Mind over muscle.
Make your peace.
The amount of one needed, the amount of times I've rolled a 1 when all I needed was a
Spirits
2,
demand your blood.
honestly, is hilariously bad.
Am I at my limit?
Precision.
And all they had was spear +2. Like, seriously, it's just,
Your company.
Yes, what?
I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Like, I'm boosting us. I'm making sure we're okay.
Yeah.
I will not falter.
Like, I am doing everything I can conceivably think of to make this game,
Our path
like, make my guys have a chance. And it just doesn't seem to matter. I legitimately can't think of new things. Like, I don't know what I'm missing at this point. Like, I get that my AC for touch is lower. I don't understand why, though. Like, honestly, I'm glad I'm not playing on a harder difficulty because it just doesn't seem fair at this point. Like, it's... Like, I get that the difficulties are called unfair, but, like, there's unfair and then there's just being a cunt. But, needless to say, this is a great game, so it's kind of why I'm just...
is not an option.
Oh, you've got to be fucking with me.
I will resist.
Strolling
You are
around the
today's
street, and I'm getting
sacrifice.
fucked by these guys. The range attacks count as fucking, like, does they suddenly count as touch attacks or some shit? 'Cause they seem to be having great fucking attack time at hitting us. plus 25. Like, that is some unfair.
We shall overcome. Contemplate on your mistakes.
It's your time to cease to exist.
And then I just hit my own teammate, so that's great.
Irrelevant.
Skip the pleasantries.
Sounds will indicate that a drug merchant can be found here in the Abyss. There are many poisons that can plunge mortals and even demons into nightmares. Let's go into the arena then, see what that's got for us. Oh, no, only at 95%. A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls up towards you casually calls a demon surgeon. A master of stitches, of arts to the scalpel, and genius of the surgical profession. Tell me, is your heart free? The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags, with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize. Loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? Observe silently. No, I would not say that my heart is free right now. It contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of Lamia liver extract. He pauses and gives the young man an appraising glance. But I could give you an hour or two of my time for something other than dinner. Has anyone ever told you that you have a beautiful smooth skin? I mean, happen to be in need of it. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claw. He jots something down in his notebook. A demon in a blood-splattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron pockets. His fingers are filled with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as they slide them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Are you here because you want to become more powerful? The demon glances briefly at Arushale. I remember you used to fight here. Always demanded that I restore your skin to its original smooth, unblemished state. And you always tried to get a discount or ran away without paying. Well, it looks like to me that you have an entirely new face. It's an almost perfect replica of your old one, but something has changed, something imperceptible. Perform such a subtle artistry on you, and how much did you pay? Arushale glances at you with an enigmatic smile. I really have changed, Stitcher. You cannot begin to fathom the price I paid for the transformation, but it happened without the help of a scalpel. Good use of a healer. The demon dismisses you with a wave of his hand. I don't bother with regular wounds, they are not worthy of my craft. I'll drink a potion, you'll be fine. Potion of displacement? Give me all of them. Oh, fucking. I've got enough money. Potion of blur. Yeah, I didn't think you'd have anything interesting, but you never know. Ooh. That's a fucking good bar. That's not. Nor are these. Arushale. Your bow is only a keen composite +2, so here you go. There's an actual bow that should prove useful to you. Yeah. Oh shit. actually hit harder now. She's also got this big great axe, but I think she'll do better with a bow. And by thinks, I mean I know.
I will guide us.
I have some apprentice. I have loads of apprentice lockpicks. Just guarantee it
helpful,
open.
am I not?
Acorn pie. Okay, let's talk to the big guy. The stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches as something is inside. Welcome to the Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklex. I'm the arena steward. Iramangalef is the master of the arena, but I can help him manage the affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or to participate in them? The young tiefling has a surprisingly open and honest face. After all these demons, he looks surprisingly normal. Tiefling looks up and down in the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. During fights, the battle bliss, prayers and curses are uttered in equal measure, both from the battlefield itself and in the stands. Perhaps you'll be the one who shifts the balance towards prayer. Iramangalef. I remember a demon called Iramangalef. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a rustling sound from within the tiefling's bag, and an imp peeks his head out to look at you. He has large, drooping ears and stares at you with huge, unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes from sight. I want all of Shinra to know my name. I want you to arrange a match for me against your strongest gladiator. Tiefling falls silent. He looks at you with a calculus on his head. Finally responds, if that's truly your goal, you have to defeat the current champion. If you kill Gelderfang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you have to prove yourself if you want to face a champion. A fight with Gelderfang is a big deal in Shinra, and only the members of the Nahandrian League, the elite gladiators of Battle Blitz, are considered worthy opponents. Killing others is to entertain spectators, the crease of the abyss, so death and destruction in a careless, casual manner. When it's extremely difficult to join the league, you have to slay an active member and take their place. If you wish to fight the champion, you have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you'd like, I can arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you can prove yourself in battle, I'll be able to find you a match against a more suitable, reputable opponent. Very well, I'll prove myself. I'll fight another newcomer. Even though respectfully, I'm glad we've reached an understanding. Well, I'm ready to enter the arena. You're in luck. For the past couple of days, Ingelmeth has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to introduce a promising new fighter into the arena. I think he could play the part perfectly. Iramangalef may give you the chance to earn a place in the Handrian League. However, if you do become a candidate for membership, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against a very dangerous opponent. Who is my opponent? Even looks questionably at the imp, who is peeking out of the bag. The imp shrugs and waves his hand dismissively before disappearing. Deklex turns back to you. Some nameless newcomer. Will it be a fight to the death? Of course, every fight must end the death of a gladiator. The most important part of the show. Many of our spectators come here just to watch the gladiator finish off the fallen opponent. They want to see a spectacular death scene and cunning coup de grace. Of course, some fighters survive the ordeal and can be praised back together, but it even gives you an appraising glance. I wouldn't bet on it if I were you. I'm ready to enter the arena. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay off your opponent to return alive victorious. The fighter is a nobody from nowhere, but if he survives, you'll worship the ground he walks on. Today, we have a dubious honor of welcome to the arena, Samael of Galarian. Let's see what moniker he earns for himself if he lives that long. And who stands against him? Well, they may be small, but they are far from harmless. If you understand them, anticipate they'll bite off your family jewels. An outsized amount of spite wrapped up in a tiny, ugly package. It's some, smug mug's wild gang of methods. I'll bite off your nose, you Galarian scum. I'm the wild and terrible smug mug. Ramble before me. We'll soon know which of these two titans emerge victorious. Fighters commence battle.
Godspeed.
Oh wow, you're gonna let me do a pre-buff. Cool.
I hate the voice
Oh,
of the
the
spirits.
waiting's never fun.
So we do have bless. Let's get good old bit of protection from fire. And then, you know, let's just resist it as well. Just for the coup de grace of the fuck you. Let's also do bonded weapon on Samael. And let's take off fire and put on... Keep on holy for now, and then do... Of heaven. Sword of heaven, sorry.
Practice makes perfect.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Save the last one for me.
Ah, Smugmug's dead. Woo! Woo! I'm so good at this. I just massacred your leader, boys. You sure you want to fight the amazingness that is me? God damn it, Greyboy, you walk so slow. Darian? Even Darian can get a... Oh, I thought Darian could get a kill. And Nenio, just stand there and stand there. Arushale. She murdered two at once. I love it. I may have pre-buffed a little bit too much. Which... I guess is my own... Yeah, these are guys are level fucking 3. How were they meant to beat me?
Do not hold back.
Out of my sight.
Go on, Nenio. All yours. Yeah, I pre-buffed too much. We have a winner! All hail our glorious fighter, emerged triumphant in the dangerous, violent conflict. He decorated the arena with Mephit's guts. Give it up for Samael, the Mephit Slayer. Hey, who knows? Maybe someday he'll get a chance to fight a member of the Nahandran League once they start accepting Mephits into their ranks. Cool. That was actually pretty fun. I'm okay with that. We'll get a quick save there.
Let us press on.
How could I be of assistance? I'm ready to enter the arena. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until I find your opponent. However, you could use this time to assist me in the matters that we spoke earlier. Now's a perfect opportunity for you to do what I asked. I'd like to talk to Mendev. The imp pokes out of the bag in surprise. You seem to have aroused his curiosity. His sad, dripping ears peek out with excitement, and then he stares at you with his big round eyes. You wish to speak with Imangalef? I'm afraid that's impossible. Imangalef never communicates with anyone except his most trusted aides. And Geldafang is under strict orders to kill anyone who tries to talk to his master without permission. Imangalef believes that minimizing his conflict with the outside world will make the audience in the arena want him even more. I don't like being called the Mephit Slayer. I want to change my title. There's nothing I do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it, and that's all that matters to Imangalef. You will remain the Mephit Slayer for as long as the audience finds it amusing. Know more about you. Evening smiles wearily and addresses the imp in his bag. You see, Crow? This is what we worked so hard to climb the ranks. We wanted to be important, now look. The stranger wants to know all about us. I guess that we're finally a big deal. Who are you? I'm the arena steward. My position is prestigious, but my success is hard-earned. My life has not been easy. I grew up on the streets of Alushinra. I grew up a street urchin, an orphan. I'm the result of an act of violence committed against a helpless slave woman. I've always been weak. I've always been surrounded by those who are bigger and stronger than me. All my life, I've had to rely on my wits to survive. Out on the streets, I scouted around for food and tried to avoid becoming someone else's snack. Fortunately, I had someone to look out for me. It even takes a big piece of dried meat and holds it close to the bag. Quick as a flash, the scrawny paw darts in the bag, snatches up the treat. Crow has been my companion for a long time. He's also my partner in business. Together, we saved up our money, one coin at a time. We made allies, sought out opportunities for advancement. We worked hard to climb the ranks of society. In the beginning, our goals were simple. We never starve again, never live in the poverty again, and never fear for our lives again. Trust me, those goals are easy to accomplish here in the Abyss. You have to be very influential in this city to achieve any of those things, but we've managed to make our goals a reality. In fact, we've been doing quite well for ourselves here in Alushinra. Your role here. Imangalef is an artist, not a clerk. That's why I have so many responsibilities. I search for new fighters. I make the fight charts and arrange the fights so that their opponents are evenly matched. And of course, they organize all of the matches. Unfortunately, my master has a habit of interfering with my work. He's been very involved lately, and as a result, the fights have been terrible. The combat turns into meaningless carnage. There's no skill and no strategy involved. And of course, no one wants to place bets on fights like that. Everyone knows who's going to win. They aren't even fights anymore. They're just public executions. That's also a form of entertainment, of course, but it's not what our audience wants. You don't look like you belong in the Abyss. Then picks out of the bag, and the tiefling grins at it as he pats his companion's tiny head. That's because I like to stay organized. When I was growing up, I made mental lists of all my possessions, my money, my enemies, and my allies, my schedule, and my goals. I was weaker than everyone else, and these mental calculations helped me to survive. It was the only advantage I had. The only way I could gain the upper hand, and keeping lists became a habit. I found that it disciplines the mind, and keeps my thoughts organized. I'm an accountant by nature. My ability to bring order to a place where chaos reigns has turned out to be a profitable skill. Who is that imp hiding in your bag? A tiefling smiles as the little creature peeks curiously out of the bag. It has big drooping ears, Small round face and a big round eyes that gaze at you curiously. This is Crow. He's my business partner. He also happens to be my familiar. I have no idea how he wound up in the abyss, but he's not had an easy time of it either. If our paths hadn't crossed, we'd both be dead by now. He's probably the only one I trust. The imp fidgets beneath your gaze, and you find darts back in the bag to hide. It's odd to see an imp, an infernal creature here in the abyss. The fundamentally chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born on the plane of order and evil. Imp is an infernal creature. How has he managed to survive here in the abyss? Looks you with respect, and I see a person who knows the difference between an imp and a quasiad. Yes, Crow is a devil, though a lesser one. I have no idea how he ended up here, but the time we met was extremely unwell. Staying in the abyss is not much easier for him than it is staying underwater would be for a mortal. So that's how I spent my first room manager I managed to earn here, on this fine, stolen to order bag. It's had magic symbols soon and then it makes the interior bearable for Crow. I have no more questions. I'd like to know more about the Battle Bliss. What would you like to know? The arena's operations are simple. It functions like a pyramid. The spectators are at the lowest level, regular gladiators on the next tier, followed by the members of the Nahadrian League. The champion towers above them all, and the master of the arena stands on his shoulders like an omnipotent god. Tell me about what happens in the arena. The Battle Bliss is a gladiatorial arena. You must understand, fights are a big deal in Shinra. They are the city's primary source of gossip and entertainment, but they are far more than that. These gladiators' matches serve as a kind of ritual, a daily offering to the demonic way of life. And these daily offerings, these rituals, are performed in the Battle Bliss. In a way, it's more of a temple than an arena. The arena is the only reason this city is still standing. Without Battle Bliss, the demons would have brought Shinra to ruins long ago. But instead of tearing down the walls with their rage and their desire for slaughter, they came here to quench their thirst for blood. You see, the arena gives them a sort of release. It allows them to satisfy their lust for violence. Runs his place. His name is Imangalef. He's a Cambion. He was born in the abyss as the offspring of an incubus and a mortal woman. Incubi are not naturally persuasive, but Ingalef's father was especially skilled at using his words to manipulate and control. Well, his son inherited his silver tongue. His ability to influence a crowd is unmatched. With just the sound of his voice, he can instantly instigate a riot or make a screaming group of demons fall silent and listen to his every word. When he warms up the audience, the spectators are ready to jump into the arena and fight the gladiators themselves. Who is the strongest fighter in the arena? The champion's title is currently held by an incubus named Geldafang. He's the deadliest of Ermangalef's fighters and serves as bodyguard. He's a true with eyes of death and destruction, of course. There are other fighters in the abyss who are more dangerous, but no one can kill like he does. He makes every death exquisite and prolongs the agony and suffering of his opponents. He can transform any fight into a spectacular show. He turns combat into performance and knows how to create a dramatic spectacle out of the most mundane match. There are two things Geldafang wants in life: pleasure and murder. They are his obsessions, and he feeds that obsession every time he steps into the arena. After all, everyone in Shinra knows his name, and the audience yells at the top of the lungs every time he kills one of his rivals. I always enjoy a challenge. If the champ is as good as you say he is, I hope I get a chance to face him in battle. Looks like a dangerous and skillful opponent. What is the Nahadrian League? It's an odd name, I admit, but it's keeping with the latest trend. Nahadrian is a very popular word in Shinra these days. The Nahadrian League is led by the arena's current champion, Geldafang, and only the very best gladiators become his members. The fighters of the league belong to Ermangalef, but not all of them are demons. Shinra serves as a crossroad between multiple worlds, and the fighters coming from many different planes perform in the arena. I heard in Nahadrian crystals you get them if you're a member of the league. Gives you a faint smile. I'd like you to believe that, but no. The members of the Nahadrian League are no different from the Nahadrian booze vendor in the tavern or the Nahadrian whip suppliers at the flesh markets. None of them actually have access to the crystals. I've heard that the Nahadrian crystals contain immense power. Geldafang would love to have one. There are rumors that Ermangalef promised him a crystal in exchange for his service as a bodyguard. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that Ermangalef was lying. I'm not sure he even knows how to get a hands on a Nahadrian crystal. I understand. I have to go. Wait, so... Wait, is this your joke of an idea? Is this your idea of a joke? Why were you trying to humiliate me? Why'd you put me against ridiculous opponents? The conversation is interrupted by an eccentric-looking demon with suspiciously bright eyes. Judging from the soul of his flow of his words, he's under the influence of some kind of mind-altering substance. Ha! Look at that! That's the Memphis Lair! Train hard, boy, and maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real Dretch. Zeklex frowns for irritation. With an astonishing speed, he produces a dagger from his sleeve and cuts down the demon's throat in one swift, clean movement. The insolent demon gurgles, staring at the tiefling in surprise. He slowly sinks to the floor beneath the contemptuous gaze of his killer. The tiefling cleans his blade in what is quite possibly the only handkerchief in the abyss. His face is pale and he looks slightly sick as he glances at the corpse. What a brute. He mutters to himself. Then he turns to you. Please, listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. This was done by Emangulev's orders. He came up with a brilliant idea to match up against a method. He thought the crowd would find it funny. I couldn't stop him, but I assure you this will never happen again. As a flash, Deklex produced a gold coin from his bag and placed it into your hand. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the transportation arch that is located in the battle blitz. This is one of the privileges afforded to arena's gladiators. I demand a proper fight. Deklex closes his bag hastily to prevent the imp's agitated efforts to escape. And I promise that I will arrange a proper fight for you, but first you need to do me a favor. I'll arrange a match for you against the Flayer twins. However, they were supposed to fight someone else, so I'll have to find them a replacement. Unfortunately, we don't have enough decent fighters left in the arena. I would be very grateful if you could procure a new batch of gladiators for me. I'll cover the cost of the call, of course. Not become a slave trader. Higgs frowns and exchanges glances with the imp debate. Why not? Does it violate your principles? It's the abyss. Scruples won't do any good here. In fact, I'd advise you to keep your morals on a tight leash if you want to survive. But fine, I'll make you take them. I'll try to make sure your fight with the Flayer twins takes place as soon as possible. Ready for the arena? The steward looks like webinars. As you wish, it'll be a difficult fight. His opponent is more dangerous than the last one you face. Make sure you're fully prepared before you enter the arena. However, if you wish to win this fight, you'll be one step closer to earning your place in the 100 League. Here's my opponent. Piffling pats the bag absentmindedly. A scrawny paw emerges and holds up 2 fingers. Oh yes, the Flayer twins, the dangerous duo with an impressive number of victories. They have a reputation in the arena, so defeating them will bring honor and prestige. However, you should remember their stage name was given to them for a reason. Ready to enter. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with sweet Oh yeah, he's already said that. So who will fight today? I'll give you a hint. They'll get under your skin. Oh yes, one day they decided to get under a gladiator skin, so they killed one, played him, and wore his skin as a suit. Meet the duo who makes all twins terrifying. Today, they are going to dress themselves in the height of Glarian fashion, the Flayer twins. I'll make a pair of shoes out of you soft and spineless outsider. We'll see which contestant survives and which one to decorate the arena with their dead bodies. Fighters, commence battle.
The struggles never cease.
Okay, so activate that on you.
Your company.
I don't really want to activate that. I don't want to use that unless I need to.
You require my unbiased opinion?
You call?
Are we ready to move out?
Actually, no, use haste.